ultimately did. 23 free throws attempted, 14 made. Northwestern was 20 of 23 as a team for the foul line. And OBU does do a good job getting to the stripe. They average over 18.5 tries per ball game, and they're shooting almost 77%. However, from at one point being to the top 8 nationally in Division I or Division II free throw percentage, the Bison really have cooled off from the stripe. They're shooting 60% or worse from the free throw line in 3 of their last 5 games.
And a big thing about that, Bailey Brown was 12 of 13 by herself. OBU only made 14 as a team. So that's another avenue that you can look at. Losing by 2 points, there are so many things that we saw that made a big difference in who won or lost Saturday.
You can diagram any matchup you want to, and in this case, it's back-to-back tough tests against 2 of the best rebounding teams in the conference. Northwestern was the league leader in rebound margin, nearly 10 retrievals better per ball game than their opponents. Southern Nazarene comes in almost 7 boards per game better than their opposition at plus 6.9. And the key, again, to the Crimson Storm offensive success, offensive rebounding. They're plus 61 in their 13 games this year on the offensive end.
Well, and you said her, Abby Nehus, that's the big deal. But Bo Overton said in the pregame, you know, every pass is going to be pressured. There's competition on every pass. Well, the same way Southern Nazarene, every rebound there's competition. Southern Nazarene hits the boards hard, starting with their center inside Abby. And then, of course, their guards and the forwards, they all go for those rebounds.
SNU has 3 players in double figures. They are led by the freshman Peyton Jones from Alba. Peyton, who has had 2 really good games against Oklahoma Baptist, including at the time a career-high 13 when the 2 teams played here in the first meeting back in January. Jones is averaging 13.5 points per ball game and 2.8 rebounds. Kennedy Gillette averages 10.5 points and 6.3 rebounds, and Cassandra Awad is averaging 10 points and 6.5 rebounds per ball game. So that tells you, doesn't matter, it's just not Nehus, it's everybody that will go to the glass with reckless abandonment every time the shot goes up.
There's no doubt. So blocking out is going to be paramount for the Bison today. Maybe somebody comes off the bench, maybe a 6'5" Haley Weber comes in and has some big rebounds. Somebody's going to have to step up, you know, other than Khalifa Ford and Petrariata, just to add to the OBU rebounding to keep up with Southern Nazarene.
Crimson Storm averaged just a tick under 71 a game. They give up just over 69. Their scoring margin, 1.5 points to the good side. OBU is being outscored by 11.6 points per start. They're averaging 60.5 going into game number 18. That is a season-high watermark for them. First time that overall they've averaged more than 60 a game this year. And the Bison still playing fairly good defense, allowing just 72 per start. The prior 2 meetings both have been well contested ball games. The first meeting was here at Shawnee back on the 25th of January. Southern Nazarene pulled away late for a 71-63 victory. In the second meeting in Bethany on the 8th of this month, Southern Nazarene led by as many as 22 and then held on for a 12-point 72-60 victory. More pregame coming up, including a look at tonight's starting lineups after these messages. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the OBU Bison Radio Network. Texas. Alexis Jones, a 5'8 senior from Burleson, Texas. Emily Monahan usually starts. She will come off the bench tonight. Abby Nehus will start, a 6'2 senior from Mustang. Peyton Jones will get the start tonight, only her fourth at the collegiate level. She is a 5'10 freshman from Alva, and Kennedy Gillette, a 5'10 senior from Edmond. The starters tonight for SNU, 8-5 winners of 6 straight. Tonight, Bo Overton, again with 170 wins, 84 losses at the collegiate level. He'll start J.C. Engler. Engler making her first start in 13 games this year, averaging 2.6 points per ball game and 1.3 rebounds. Jalen Stapleton will operate at the point guard, a 5'5 senior from Meade, Kansas, averaging 11 points, 3.8 rebounds. Carissa Price starts, a 5'10 senior from Midwest City, Carl Albert. Carissa Price this year has had some pretty good games against Southern Nazarene. In fact, has totaled 16 points and 11 rebounds in an 0-2 series with SNU. Melissa Southern is in the starting lineup again tonight, a 5'11 sophomore from Elk City, and Andrea Petrarida, a 6-foot redshirt junior from Vilnius, Lithuania, completes the starting lineup. Bison are 1-7 inside the Noble Complex. They snapped a 12-game home court losing streak on February the 11th when they defeated East Central 80-70 here in Shawnee. And speaking of the Tigers, we will see them on Thursday night in the final road game of the regular season. That is tonight's starting lineups. Now stay with us. We're back to tip it off in just a moment. It's Rivalry Night with Southern Nazarene at Oklahoma Baptist on the Bison Radio Network. You're up. Good job. Here we go, ready for basketball. The third and final regular season meeting of the year between SNU and OBU. The first half tonight brought to you by OBU alumnus Noble McIntyre and his team of dedicated and effective personal injury attorneys at McIntyre Law. Crimson Storm rode black and crimson with white SNU across the front of the jerseys. Their crimson numerals are trimmed in white. Oklahoma Baptist to the all gold with green numerals and lettering in white trim. Andrea Petrarida to oppose Abby Nehus, and we're ready for game one of this all-important Great American Conference twin bill from Shawnee. Lady Bison will go from right to left, SNU left to right across your radio dial. Here for the first half of play, and Nehus and company have controlled the opening tip. Again, they go left to right. Into the front court with it is Alexis Jones, who's averaged just 7 and 5 rebounds in 2 meetings this year with the OBU. Awatt gets it to Gillette. It's tipped away. Kennedy runs it down underneath the Nehus, who spins and scores as she was able to get away from Petrarida.
Nehus was on the opposite side of the lane, got in front of Petrarida. Too late, Petrarida, to come on that pass.
Engler making her first start of her junior season. Swings it out front to Southern. Left wing to Price. Shot clock down to 15. Jalen Stapleton goes to work right wing. Now high post right with it is Petrarida. Drives, falls away over Nehus. That's a tough shot. She airballed it. And SNU has the rebound, leading 2-0. Peyton Jones up into the front court, trying to cross court it. It's intercepted by Engler.
How about Engler, the new starter today, stepping in for the Bison with a quick steal early.
Yeah, and that's why she's out there. A little more quickness in the lineup for Oklahoma Baptist against a quick Southern Nazarene team. Minute gone, 2-0 SNU. Petrarida on a nice pass down low from Engler, blows the bunny. She's now 0 of 2, and OBU trails 2-0 with 70 seconds gone here in the first period.
Yeah, that was on time, that pass right there, Todd, and she just blew the bunny. But then when you have 6'3" Nehus chasing you, you're going to get your shots altered.
Awatt to Gillette, left wing, they swing it now for Peyton Jones. She cross courts it. Jones with it down low. That's Alexis to Nehus, the shot hung on the rim, fell off, no good. Watt with a rebound. First offensive rebound for SNU tonight. Wing left with a basketball is Cassandra Watt. Drives on the baseline, cut off by Engler. OBU in a 2-3 zone. Jones will trigger a three. It comes up short from 23 right circle. And the rebound to Oklahoma Baptist. Price had it, leaves it to the backcourt for Stapleton. She moves left to right. On the wing with it is Stapleton with 8:10 to play opening period. It's 2-0. And a pass down low intended for Price is broken up and pinballed off two defenders. And Southern Nazarene has it. Watt all the way down the paint, slides right, scoops it up, came up short. Jalen with a rebound. Shortest player in the starting lineup for OBU. Crosses over, attacks left. A no-look bounce pass for Petra Wright. It was kicked underneath. A fortuitous mistake by Southern Nazarene as that possession looked like it might end in another turnover.
Yeah, on the previous offensive set for OBU, a beautiful cut from the left wing by Chrissa Price. SNU did tip that, but it looked like Price could have came at the ball a little bit stronger.
Price to Engler on the inbounds pass out front to Stapleton. Shot clock at 17. CP with it down low. Gets it to Beebe, who's out there for the first time, and the sophomore or the freshman from Kingfisher shuffles her feet. Turnover number 2 for Oklahoma Baptist. We played 2.5 minutes. The only score, a bucket on the first possession of the night by Abby Nehus, the senior for SNU.
Yeah, Jenny Beebe, as a freshman, looks like she just plays a little too fast on offense. That time she faked the pass and drug her pivot foot.
Peyton Jones diagonally cross-courts it for Kennedy Gillette. The perimeter defense has been good here early.
It is very good, but you got to watch Nehus sneaking back on the rotation.
Watt attacks right, throws it up. It was contested, missed it. Loose ball, rebound to Nehus. And a foul underneath against Oklahoma Baptist. It's against Melissa Southern.
Wow.
Correction, that's on Beebe, and that's her first. It's the first against the Bison. Here we go, Scott. Already too many second chance opportunities. Jones, the inbounds pass, drives right, pulls up elbow right, trying to bounce pass, it's kicked. And the shot clock will reset for Southern Nazarene with 20.
And that was Beebe that stopped that pass with her foot, and she got called for the foul, and Southern Nazarene still got the rebound.
Jones covered up left wing side of the zone, cross court at Watt. Top of the key, Gillette. Jones, Peyton, drives left, spins back to the wing. 7:05 to play first period. It's 2-0. Nehus gets it down low, missed it once, gets it back, flipped it up, going back door, misses it. A fourth opportunity is good by Watt, and Cassandra will have it and one.
I think Bo Overton took Andrea Petrarita out because she's allowing Nehus getting the ball down there, but now Beebe's allowing the passes going into Nehus, and Nehus missed both of those shots. Melissa Southern with a foul, but she allowed the bucket.
Watt at the foul line caps the three-point play, and it's now a 5-0 lead for Southern Nazarene with under 7 to play here in the first half. SNU off to a 2-for-8 shooting start. OBU 0 for 2, and the Bison have turned it over their other two possessions. Stapleton dances out high. Southern tries to set a screen. Jalen now carves away from left to right into the paint. And a whistle and a foul called against Southern Nazarene. I think it's going to go against Alexis Jones. And that will be the first team foul against the Crimson Storm.
Yeah, Stapleton picks up a lot of fouls like that just from her speed off the dribble. And then if the defense uses their hands a little bit, it's going to be a foul.
Price lobs it to Engler out high. Shot clock resets. It's at 17. Out high with it is Beebe. Attacks right. Goes right at Nehus. Drop steps, and they're going to call her for a travel. That's their third OBU turnover. And already it's a 3-0 advantage in points off turnovers for SNU, not to mention the fact that they already have out-rebounded OBU 5-2, including 3-0 on the offensive glass.
Yeah, what Beebe did there was a nice move to get position up against Nehus. She's kind of worried about getting her shot blocked. Pump faked off the spin pivot, but spin pivoted the second time and moved her pivot foot.
Gillette with it, foul on extended left wing in front of Bo Overton to the Bison bench, closing in on the end of his first season here at Bison Hill, and a travel out high against Watt. Cassandra thought she put the ball on the floor, and here we go. Another whistle-happy crew.
Yeah, and about walks as well. A couple on Beebe, and then right there on Southern Nazarene.
Boy, OBU needs to get something going. They've played almost 4 minutes. They have not scored, yet they're still in the ballgame, trailing just 5-0. High post right with it is Southern. Looks for a backdoor cutting Price. It's deflected. Carissa runs it down, backs it out in the corner. Now wheels to the wing. Now to Engler, top of the circle. She attacks, goes right at Gillette, and Kennedy blocked the shot. And the rebound to Nehus. Abby gets it to Alexis Jones. Up ahead on a half-court pass. It's Watt. Good defense by Price to cut her off, and now SNU will pull it back out front. Peyton Jones, left side, one dribble, leaves it to the high post. Watt's foul line jumper spins out. Southern with a rebound for the Bison.
Chrissa Price was working on Nehus that time, getting a body on her. Luckily, the ball bounced to the other side to Southern.
Under 5.5 to play first period. 5-0 SNU here at the Noble Complex. Beebe with it, head of the circle, leaves it left front court for Carissa Price. Play clock already down to 10 seconds. Price with a right hang, bangs her way to the free throw line. Now lobs it down low for Beebe. Beebe off balance, throws it up over Nehus, missed it. Abbey with a rebound. And I'm telling you, not one offensive possession one dog has looked settled for OBU.
No, and not one squared up shot either.
Left front court is Peyton Jones. Probes her way to the foul line. Bounces right side for Gillette. Pinched off by Price. Jones to Peyton Jones for three. Falling away left wing. No good. Gillette crashes and it's off of Kennedy Gillette out of bounds. And we should get our media timeout with 4:58 to play here in the first period. Checking back in, Khalifa Ford along with J.C. Engler. 5-0 SNU. Back after these messages. This is Bison Basketball presented by Noble McIntyre on the OBU Radio Network.
Noble McIntyre of McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile or semi-trucking accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, there are 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers using cell phones. 1 in 4 of all crashes now involve texting and driving. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free.
We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
We can't walk in your shoes or work right beside you, but we can be here for you in money, in life. We get it. We're on this path together, you and TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Khalifa Ford, Carissa Price, Jalen Stapleton, Jenny Beebe, and J.C. Engler on the floor out of the timeout for Oklahoma Baptist. Bison in 2 meetings this year with Southern Nazarene out shooting the Storm for the floor, 46% to 40%. Neither team lighting the evening sky up. SNU 2 of 10, OBU 0 of 4, and the Bison already have 3 turnovers. 5-0 the lead for the Storm, and nearly a turnover out high as Khalifa Ford is going to be pushed as she put the basketball on the floor, and it's against Emily Monahan, who checks in for the first time tonight off Trent May's bench.
Yeah, Southern Nazarene's going to play physical, and that physical defense is giving the Bison fits here.
Monahan coming off the bench for just the 3rd time in 15 games this year. OBU looking to trigger it in. Better hurry. Price can't get it inbounds.
Wow.
That's exactly what Southern Nazarene does. That's exactly what Bo Overton has told us every time we played him. Every pass she makes is going to be contested.
And there was no cuts whatsoever. You know, Price had nowhere to go with that ball. Somebody's got to run hard, cut, move that defense.
4:36 to play first period. 5-0 Crimson Storm. Monahan with it left wing. Gillette top of the circle between the rings. Back to Emily against that active 2-3 zone. They work the perimeter. Peyton Jones operates wing right. With a left hand, dribbles top of the key. To Gillette out front. 4 to shoot. Right corner. Alexis Jones for 3. Got it. 8-0 SNU as we've played almost 6 minutes now of the first period.
Yeah, Alexis Jones with a wide open look from the right side. That's the first outside shot that was even close from both ends.
Khalifa Ford puts the ball on the floor, had it knocked away. Ford diving. It's picked up by Alexis Jones. Leaves it up ahead of Peyton Jones. Now to the trailer, Alexis Jones for the layup. How about that? Alexis Jones on both ends of the floor, and it's 10-0.
Yeah, I think Alexis Jones got away with a foul, hitting Khalifa Ford pretty hard.
Stapleton spins, right block is cut off, needs some help. Bounces it now for Engler. JC to Beebe from 15. No good. Ford yanks to the rebound, goes back up uncontested and lays it in. Period of the Bison are on the board.
And how about Ford just out-muscling everybody down in on the right side of the board there for that offensive rebound.
10-2 Southern Nazarene with 3:19 to play here in the first period. A good half-court pass from Alexis to Peyton Jones underneath, and the freshman lays it in and gets a bang for her bucket.
And what a freshman in Peyton Jones. She can light it up from downtown. Oklahoma Baptist doing a good job coming out on her on the perimeter. That time she cut into the lane and lays it off the glass.
Jenny Beebe has picked up her second, the third for Oklahoma Baptist in the period. Peyton Jones misses the foul shot. Khalifa Ford runs it down, so the lead remains 10 for SNU, equals their biggest of the afternoon. It's 12-2. We're under 3 minutes to play here with the first period from the Noble Complex. Engler with it, left front court. Ford pops out. Gillette gambles for the steal. Khalifa goes all the way around her to the goal and lays it in.
And that's exactly what OBU's got to do. When they overplay the passing lane like that, you've got to take it to them. If a defender doesn't come up on you, go all the way.
2:53 to play here with the first period. It's 12-4, Southern Nazarene. Peyton Jones, right quarter, dribbles up to the wing. Alexis Jones swings it left to Monahan. Back to Peyton. Emily looks up to the shot clock, gets it back to Jones, right side to Gillette. To Peyton, a 24-footer, back rims for the top of the circle. Gillette tipped the rebound away from Ford, goes back up, missed it, loose ball foul against Abby Nehus.
Good
That'll
inside,
be her first.
Good inside position by the freshman Jenny Beebe there, staying in between Nehus and the goal, making Nehus go over her back.
I'm just telling you, the more I see of Jenny, the more I feel great about her future here on Bison Hill. Madison Chambers will come in for the first time. She is a 5'10 sophomore from Muldrow, and checking in as Woodward sophomore and NOC Enid transfer Kaylee Hurst. Madison's going to have to play big on the boards tonight.
And crew.
Yeah. Hurst cut off, foul line left, pivots, gets it back to Stapleton. Shot clock halfway down, 2:17 to play first period. Southern Nazarene leads by 8. Ford with it, fell to the floor, able to dig it out, but threw it right to Gillette, who tipped it. Gillette one-on-one with Stapleton, throws it up, missed it. Good defense by Jalen Stapleton. Gillette, though, muscles the rebound away from 4 OBU players. Dribbles out, resets to the right wing for Monahan. Monahan drives around Ford. Cross-courts it, and it hit Chambers right in the back, and somehow it didn't go out of bounds. Madison comes up with it, attacks left against Gillette, draws the foul. Kennedy Gillette with her first, and how many times will you ever see that play? Literally, the ball hit Madison in the chest, not the back, the chest. It spooked her. And then, fortunately, the ball bounced straight back up into her possession.
I think that was a hustling Khalifa Ford up the baseline. After that ball hit Chambers the initial time with the left hand, Ford saved it from going out of bounds.
Chambers is averaging 1.2 points a game at a board and a half. She's a pretty good foul shooter at 83%. First one is up, and it's good. Maddie, somebody that comes to play, comes to work every day, does what's asked of her, has a smile on her face, and boy, you want to see her continue to have success. She is coming off a pretty good game against Northwestern here on Saturday afternoon. Second foul shot is up, and that one is good. And all of a sudden, the deficit is cut down to 12-6 as Beebe checks out, and checking back in is Petrarida.
I like the more attacking style of offense. Of course, OBU didn't score in the first 7 minutes, but they're starting to attack the basket.
Monahan beats the pressure, gets it to Alexis Jones, left side for Emily. Monahan to Jones between the rings, out front, right side for Monahan. Dribbles left, gets it to Peyton Jones on the wing. Driving to the basket is Georgia Adams, and she travels. So Adams, the freshman from Australia who just checked in at the last stoppage, turns it over on her first touch.
Nice double team on Adams on the baseline by Madison Chambers and Petrarida to force that turnover.
6-4 in turnovers. OBU's forced 4, and they've committed 6 in all games this year with the SNU Storm. The Bison have turned it over 6 more times than the Crimson Storm. Hurst with it, right side, 12 to shoot, probes her way, now spins right circle, got by with a carry. Now is pinched off of the baseline, bounces it for Ford. Now let a Petrarida wide open, and she kisses it off the window.
What a pass by Khalifa Ford. She saw out of her peripheral vision a cutting Petrarida coming to the right side of the bucket.
12-8, 50 seconds to play here in the first period. OBU got by with a carry on the part of Kaylee Hurst, and fortunately the Bison able to take advantage of it. Peyton Jones bricked the 3 right side. River Romine, who's out there for the first time with the basketball, cross-courts it up ahead left side. Hurst runs it down, a difference of 15 of the shot and game clock late here with the opening period. OBU is on an 8-2 run since it was 10-0 Storm. Petrarida runs down a deflected pass to the Bison logo center circle. Gets it to Romine. He'll fire a 3 left of an Andrea screen. No good. Down for the rebound is Nehus, her 4th already. To Alexis Jones. Jones had it poked away from behind, and it goes out of bounds with 18.3 seconds to play.
They're giving it to the Bison. It looked like that ball was poked out.
So instead of playing for the final shot of the period, OBU now is going to get it back as Awat comes back in. And the Bison, who trailed 10-0 to start the ball game and went over 6 minutes without points from the field, have a chance to cut it to a one-possession game. Hurst is grabbed as she tried to get the ball they tried to get it into Hurst at midcourt. And that's against Monahan, who's picked up her second.
Yeah, Kaylee Hurst was trying to go on the fly pattern, but Emily Monahan had a little handful of laundry there.
Scott, how big is this? Southern Nazarene has the opportunity to play for the final shot. They turn it over, and then they commit a foul. And now Hurst will go to the line to cut it down to 2 if she can make both free throws.
It's huge, especially the way the Bison are playing, not even close to their best basketball. They can be within a deuce. It kind of reminds me of Northwestern. They're up by 14 at halftime Saturday and weren't playing their best basketball.
Kaylee Hurst's first foul shot is up and good. Hurst coming off a season-high 30-minute performance against Northwestern on Saturday afternoon. She is an 86% foul shooter and drains them both. Bison are 4 of 4 for the line. They're on a 10-2 run. 14 seconds to play. Shot clock is off first period. 2-point lead for the Storm. Adams to Monahan. To Awat, left side to Alexis Jones. 5 seconds to play in the period. Adams out front. Awat swings it left. Jones will put up a 3. It barely hit the front of the rim, and that's the way the period ends. You know what? I was afraid we may get blown out after 6 minutes of scoreless basketball, but look at the heart and determination by this OBU club.
Yeah, and then freshman Haley Weber came in for that last possession for Southern Nazarene. Played great defense on Nehus. Just by her being 6'5", they bypassed passing it into Nehus the whole time.
10 minutes in the books. It's a 2-point game. Southern Nazarene 12, Oklahoma Baptist 10. This is Bison basketball on the OBU Radio.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Trade in for more and buy it for less. At Hudeberg Chevy in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Chevys for less. And you'll get payments that fit any budget. HudebergGM.com.
You can count on Hudeberg, we'll give you more.
Trade it in for more, buy it for less. It's that easy. At Hudeberg Buick GMC in Midwest City, it's that simple. Get more money for your trade and buy new Buicks and GMCs for less. HudebergGM.com.
You can count on Hudeberg, we'll give you more.
OBU outshoots Southern Nazarene 33% to 27%. That after the Bison had gone more than 6 minutes without a field goal to start the contest. At one point trailed 10-0. They're within 2 with the basketball. It's 12-10 underway in the second period from Shawnee. River Romine guarded between the circles by Alexis Jones. It's a man-to-man defense. Maddie Chambers right side, telegraphed the pass, tipped and stolen away by Nehus. To Awat. Cassandra dribbles through the top of the circle. Right side now for Alexis Jones. 20 to shoot. High post with it is Awat. And a reach-in foul. No 3 seconds call. And that was because of the defense from River Romine.
Good defense by OBU. Romine and the guards, both guards collapsed when Jones caught that ball just inside the free throw line. She had nowhere to go with the ball.
Peyton Jones and Kennedy Gillette come back into the ball game. Peyton, who has been red hot this year from three-point range, especially over the last month, is 0 for 4 from long distance, and the freshman from Alva just 1 of 5 shooting to start. 2-point game. Hurst with it left wing side. Half-minute plus gone here in the second period for the Noble Complex. Hurst pulls up, shoots, foul line right. It was blocked, and a late whistle as Hurst went to the floor, and I think they're going to get Nehus for the foul, and if so, that's her second. Did you not think from up here it looked like that Abby cleanly had blocked that shot?
There's no doubt that the ball was clean up top, but I think what the official did is the follow-through, because Nehus came from under the basket to the right elbow to try to block that shot, and her follow-through of the body hit the body.
Hurst's first foul shot is up, and it's good. By the way, I'm going to behave tonight about the officials. Apparently a guy in Oklahoma City got a little lippy with you yesterday, and you had him tossed. Second foul shot is good.
Yeah, he was done. Suspended for 2 games.
Does that mean I'm suspended for 2 games if you beat me tonight?
Yeah. I give you some rope. You usually stop when you need to.
Gillette to Alexis Jones across midcourt. Peyton with it right side. Back to Jones, top of the circle. One dribble, reverses left. Adams holds it above her head. Now drives, is cut off foul line left. Gillette to Peyton Jones, right side to Alexis Jones. Jump passes on a cross court. Offering the 3, no good by Georgia Adams. Rebound tipped to Gillette, who goes up and draws the foul.
That's going to be on Haley Weber, but I don't think she fouled unless she just kind of angled down a little bit. Her hands were both. She blocked that shot, just both hands standing straight up.
Kennedy Gillette has averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds in 2 meetings this year with Oklahoma Baptist. SNU at the line for just the second and third time here in the first half, and the first free throw was good by Gillette. Gillette is a 79% free throw shooter. SNU is 71% as a team. Second one is clean as well, and it's a 14-12 Crimson Storm lead.
Here's a chance for the Bison to get something going inside with Nehus getting a breather on the bench.
With those two make free throws, Southern Nazarene is now 24-31 this year against the Bison for the strike. Hurst kicks it out left side. Romine's three a little strong. Weber with a rebound goes back up and missed it. Needed to put that one on the floor. Instead, she just went right back up and missed a little chippy. Rebound to Southern Nazarene. Alexis Jones drives all the way down to the goal, misses the left-handed layup. Romine with a rebound. Good defense in transition by OBU.
Yes, very good defense. A good rebound by River Romine, dropping down as the guard, getting back, and then pulling that rebound down.
8:10 to play here in the first half. It's 14-12. Southern Nazarene, they led 12-10 at the end of one. Weber with it, foul line left. Luck for 4 down low, overthrew her, and Gillette has the turnover. Turnovers are mounting. That's now 8 against Oklahoma Baptist, although Southern Nazarene has given it away 6 times.
Well, on that pass, Weber needs to dump it down in the stomach of Ford. Ford had the defender on her back.
Ford ripped a bounce pass away from Gillette. Khalifa crosses over, gets into the paint, was pushed, hit the bottom of the rim. Rebound Karams right back to Weber. Missed it once, missed it twice from point-blank range. That would have tied it. Gillette finally gets the rebound, and now will slow it down for SNU.
Yeah, good job by Weber being the trailer, being in rebound position. She just didn't finish the bucket.
Weber pokes the entry pass away, left low post from Peyton Jones. OBU forces another turnover. Driving left is Chambers, runs over the defender at offensive foul. Ran over Georgia Adams, and that's an easy call.
Yeah, that is a good call. No reason for Chambers to go that deep. The defender is standing there just below the left block. She just could have went, and I thought she was going to dribble back up into the middle of the lane, but she just plowed right through.
Chambers and Romine will check out. Weber checks out as well. Petra Ryder, Carissa Price, and Jalen Stapleton come back in. 14-12, Crimson Storm, 7:23 to play here in the first period. That last foul, the first on Maddie, the second as a team against Oklahoma Baptist here in the second period. Peyton Jones has it triggered inbounds to her in the backcourt. From Kennedy Gillette now veers left into the front court. She'll leave it out high for Nefer Leon, who just checked in. To Gillette, fakes a pass, now slides left into the corner, retreats back right to the wing. Adams back to Gillette, to Leon. Bounces it to Adams, good bounce pass down low. It's fumbled. OBU trying to get the ball tied up, does. And SNU will keep it, but they'll only have 7 remain to the shot clock.
I guess Overton's wanting a foul down there on top of the Bison going for the ball.
Nefer Leon, a transfer from San Jose State. She is a native of Spain, a junior, inbounds. Adams with it right side, one dribble, pulls up foul line right. Shot was blocked by Petra Ryder. Rebound out of bounds off of the Crimson Storm. OBU's defense has really tightened up since that 10-0 hole.
Oh, no doubt about it. And then forcing that shot clock violation via Andrea Petrarita blocked shot.
The two teams are a combined 8 of 35 shooting. They are 1 of 9 from three-point range. It's a 14-12 ball game. SNU with the lead with under 7 to play. They bounce it to a backdoor cutting Price, who goes up. Shot hit the bottom of the rim. And then, what do they call? Not sure what they called. They just blew the play dead, and so the Nazarene, who had the rebound, now is going to inbound.
Yeah. I guess the ball just went out of bounds. I don't know if it went off the Price or what.
Gillette with it. Foul line right to Peyton Jones. To Adams on a kick out. Georgia's three, too strong. Hurst with a rebound. Dribbles away from traffic underneath. Bison could tie or take the lead in a ice-cold shooting first half for both teams. Price to Stapleton, who cuts back door, misses another layup. OBU has missed so many from point-blank range. Lee on the rebound, up ahead to Adams, and she loses the handle out of bounds.
Stapleton has such great foot speed, but at 5'5", it's really hard for her to shoot over these taller defenders in the paint.
Abby Nehus will come in, also returning Alexis Jones. Abby here early, 1 for 4 shooting, 4 rebounds, yet to have a block. Nehus has had a block in every game this season. In fact, she now is the Southern Nazarene career record holder, along with the shot block record holder for a career in the Great American Conference, with 313 block shots. Bo Overton has his hands on his hips. He's walking towards the scorer's table. Now, somebody has been assessed a technical foul. And Bo is listed in attentively. He wants to know who was called for the technical. They're calling it on Carissa Price, and that's her first. So Peyton Jones, with everybody off the line, will shoot the free throws, and she makes the first. Jones is now 1 of 2 from the stripe with 1 more to come, and this could make it a 4-point lead. But what an ugly half of basketball. Second one hit the front of the rim and bound away.
And Overton just got a technical.
So guess what? Peyton Jones will go right back to the stripe, shoot 2 more technicals. Bo Overton has a look of disbelief on his face.
It was late. A late whistle for the technical. You can hear the fans yelling that. But Bo Overton walked away, and then about 3 seconds later, the official said, well, I guess I didn't like that, and teed up Bo.
Jones hits the first. She'll get 1 more. Southern Nazarene leads it by 4, and now by 5 as Peyton hits to what turns out to be 3 of the 4 technical free throws.
Boy, that's not good. A 3-point play and then possession of the basketball for Southern Nazarene. Now we have more conference over at the table.
Camera 2, go get that at the table, please.
Whatever it was, they had it taken care of very quickly. So it is now 17-12. Southern Nazarene on a 3-point run, all on technical free throws from Peyton Jones. I don't get either one of those technicals. Didn't look like much was said from CP or from Bo either one.
Yeah.
Hughes can't gather an inbounds pass, and SNU turns it over.
Yeah, especially on this level. Now, Bo was giving it to the official kind of early, but then he quit, and like the 3 seconds passed, and the official said, okay, you're getting a technical too.
Here's the next problem. There's 4 fouls up on the board for OBU with still well over 5 minutes to play in the first half, so SNU will have some free throws more than likely coming. Hurst off the dribble, pulls up left elbow, missed it. Petra Ryder had her hand on the rebound. Adams has it. Leaves it up ahead left wing side for Peyton Jones. Bounces it for Alexis Jones. Left wing Adams. Cross courts, right elbow. It's Gillette. Bangs her way in and then throws it up and in.
Good defense by Petra. She came up there, almost took the charge, but nice play by Gillette. Had her body knocked off when she ran into the defender and made the bucket.
19-12, CP's 3 from beyond the arc out front, spins out. Alexis Jones with a rebound, brings it down the floor to Peyton Jones, and a blocking foul against Carissa Price.
Yeah, Carissa just didn't get to the baseline in time.
Because the technical counts as a personal, that's her second foul. The 5th against the Bison, so Peyton Jones will go back to the free throw line. Georgia Adams departs the lineup. Cassandra Awad has come back in. 19-12 is the score with 5:09 to play here in the first half. The Bison are shooting 17% from the floor, 3 of 18. Foul shot by Jones is up and good. Southern Nazarene is shooting 26%, 6 of 23, so that's 9 of 41 field goal shooting in the first half. Second one is good. Peyton Jones has 5 of her 7 from the stripe. And all the points during this current 7-0 run has come at the free throw line for SNU.
Yeah, Oklahoma Baptist needs a big bucket here to break this streak.
Ford to Petra Ryder, drives right around Hughes and lays it in.
And another good quick pass by Khalifa Ford. Throws it right where Petra Ryder needs it. And then those long strides to the basket.
21-14 Southern Nazarene. Gillette probes, cut off foul line right. Peyton Jones, top of the key. Back to Gillette, steps into a 3, got it. 5 straight for SNU. Put up a 10-point lead.
Yeah, the defense collapsed inside. Gillette wide open from the left wing.
It's what happens when the opposition shoots 25% and you can't take a lead. You pay for it later. Ford, left side to Engler. Down low to Petra Ryder. Right to left move. Shoots and missed it. That's number 3 on Hughes.
Wow. That was a fall-away jumper by Andrea Petra Ryder. Hughes came out a little bit. I guess there was a little bit of contact, but boy, that's big. 3 fouls on Hughes.
Timeout on the floor. 4:16 to play first half. OBU at the line when we return. Southern Nazarene leads it by 10, 24-14 on the Bison Radio Network.
Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile and semi-accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, 1 in 4 crashes now involve texting and driving. That's 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers. If you have been injured and you want to know your rights, call us now. The consultation is free. We love what we do and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
Possible to cook up the barbecue bacon burger at home? Well, that depends. Does your home have fresh chopped onions, pickles, smoked cheddar, Monterey Jack, bacon, tangy barbecue sauce, and orange and white stripes with the word Whataburger emblazoned on the front of it? If so, then absolutely. Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
10 points, Southern Nazarene lead. Before we continue, let's pause for stations to identify themselves. This is Oklahoma Baptist Bison basketball on the OBU Radio Network. Petra Riot is an 81% foul shooter. 2 games ago, she did not shoot like her typical self on the stripe, but has been very solid there all year long. And the first was good. That's her 5th point. Petra Riot had games of 13 and 9. That double-figure scoring game came against Southern Nazarene to this building, and then she had just 4 points and 4 rebounds in the return match in Bethany. Second foul shot is up, and nothing but net. Andrea was 6. Bison are now 8 of 8 from the free throw line. It's 24-16.
And that third foul on Nehus will put her on the bench for the rest of the half.
4 minutes to play, opening half. Gillette's been hot lately. Swings it to Alexis Jones. To Kennedy, now to Peyton Jones. Loads up a 3, banks it off the hill of the rim. Rebound to Petra Riota, who almost lost her footing. Is able to shovel it out to Price. Carissa into the front court, right to left. Jalen Stapleton has been held in check thus far from an offensive standpoint.
That was a good rebound by Petrarita. She timed her jump just perfect. At the top of her jump, she squeezed that ball with both hands.
Engler with it to Stapleton, 10 to shoot, 3:40 to play first half. Ball batted away from Ford. Khalifa runs it down. Now gets it to Stapleton, 4 seconds, it's go time. Stapleton is pinched off, pump fakes, goes up. Gillette with a good defense blocked it, and Petrarita picked it up and threw it in, but after the shot clock buzzer.
Yeah, that was, I call that on Khalifa Ford there, the receiver. Good pass by Stapleton in there. The defense trying to deny the pass and popped it. If Ford was just a little bit stronger and like she usually does with her body, comes up and grabs that ball, there's no problem.
3:28 to play here in the first half. It's Southern Nazarene 24, Oklahoma Baptist 16. Bison looking for their second home court victory since late last January. Southern Nazarene looking to win their 7th in a row on this season. Awat with it, right wing, drives foul line, lobs it to Alexis Jones, who runs it down and then throws it away, trying to cross-court it for Peyton.
I think Alexis Jones thought that Peyton Jones was going to set up for the three-pointer from the right wing, but instead Jones came toward the paint.
11 made baskets and 23 turnovers between the two here in the first half with 3 minutes to play. Opening half, OBU very much a part of this ball game despite shooting 20%. Ford can't handle a lob pass from Engler and loses it out of bounds. Look at Bo over there.
That was a good idea, but boy, that was a narrow window on that pass. Khalifa almost pulled it in with the right hand, dropped it on the baseline.
Bo just sitting down with his head towards his lap and the hands on the back of the head. He can't believe what he's seen. Gillette to Peyton Jones, right circle. Drives, Peyton bounces it to Kennedy, guarded by Jalen Stapleton. Now they bounce it back out front, going right. Awat throws it up, and that's a bailout foul.
Oh, I was going to say the exact same thing because Jones is that Awat? Didn't even go to the basket. She dribbled to the right, down the right side of the lane, going away from the basket and got bailed out.
And here's the worst part of it. It's the third foul now on CP with 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. The Hudeberg Auto Group halftime report coming up after this first half. And Awat misses the first free throw. If there's any justice, she'll miss the second as well. Awat is a good foul shooter at 79%, and she splits the difference by hitting the second. Awat has 4 points. She's had games of 2 and 4, but averaging 7 rebounds in the 2 regular season meetings with OBU this year. Ford between the rings. Stapleton goes to work right side. Alexis Jones guards her. Stapleton drives, spins right block, gets it to Ford. Gillette gambles, knocked it away. Ford gets it back, kicks it out. Jalen, her 3 pinballs in and out right wing. Rebound to Awat.
I mean, outstanding blocking out by Southern Nazarene every time. Makes it so difficult for OBU to get rebounds.
Jones puts the ball on the floor, and she's fouled by J.C. Engler, and that's going to be the first on J.C. Long ago, Southern Nazarene with a 2-shot foul situation here in the period. So Peyton Jones, who's camped out of the free throw line, about to attempt her 8th and 9th free throw of the night, goes there for 2.
And she's a very good shooter, too.
First one is up, nothing but net. You know, I thought Peyton was going to be a really good player at this level. I just didn't see her doing the things that she's doing this quick into her career. Just her 12th game tonight at the Division II level. Looks like she's a seasoned veteran. Second one is good. Lead is 27-16.
And she's a perfect fit for the Crimson Storm. That doesn't have hardly any good outside shooters, but you have the freshman Peyton Jones, who's a bullseye.
Ford sets a screen. Now they roll Khalifa down low. Stapleton gets it to Price, who's out there with 3 fouls. 1:45 to play first half. Price feeds it down low to Ford, who goes up, overshot the basket. Petra Ryder crashes for the rebound and a foul. And that looks like it's going to go against Massey Beard. They calling it on Alexis Jones. It's on Jones, and it's her second.
Well, I'm really impressed with the way Petra is being strong. Another good offensive rebound on the backside between 2 SNU defenders. She pulls that down strong. Alexis Jones was pulling on her arm.
OBU only beat out rebounded by 3, 20-17. That was the 3rd retrieval for Andrea. 2 of those on the offensive end, and her 3 retrievals tonight lead Oklahoma Baptist in that category. There's some question as to whether that was on the shot or on the floor. They're apparently going to say it was on the floor. That was the reason for the delay. Stapleton with it, out front left side. 12 to shoot, backs it out on the B on the Bison Loco. Moves right of a screen from Petra Ryder. Good defense, and they're going to force her to travel. Nepper Leon slid down and forced Jalen to drag the pivot foot.
I don't think Overton likes that, but he was wrong on that. The foul was on the rebound on Petra with Jones pulling her arm down when she came down.
Well, that's what I thought, but there was discussion whether or not they were going to call that on the shot. 11-point Crimson Storm lead with 1:19 to play here in the first half. They bounce it to Gillette, sliding right with the basketball is Awat, and she traveled. That's because of Andrea Petra going to work in the right low post.
And having their hands outstretched as high as possible up, just making it hard to see the basket for the offensive player.
27-16, 75 seconds to play in the first half. Tell you what, Brennan Siegler better be on watch tonight. She may finish this game. Bo is really irate and about as active as he's been on the bench all season long. 3-point jump shot by Jalen Stapleton. Pinballs out. OBU with a rebound and a foul against Southern Nazarene. Petra Ryder was the one that grabbed the.
It's coming up, not falling on deaf ears to these officials.
Both. And that's right. That's only the 4th, not the 5th. I was about to say, why are they calling that on the shot? Second period team foul. But Mears is second period taken and an eternity. That shot was as hard off the glass as that sandwich you ate in Weatherford that was out in the car in 8-degree weather.
That's a very good description.
Ford's first was up and good. I still am in awe you ate that thing.
I was hungry. But anyway, Carissa Price missed that ball so badly left that hit the board so hard that Ford is anticipating it hitting the rim, and it just
play in the half. Well, I was going to get that in some way or somehow.
Boy, you did a great job. Perfect timing on that one. I'll tell you how hard it was.
Monahan dribbles stationary between the rings out front. Veers right to Peyton Jones on the wing. Bison still in a 2-3 zone. Pass knocked away out high from Nepher Leon. It's 6 seconds to play here in the period.
And I don't think that was a kick. I think the pass was just thrown off the calf of Haley Weber, who had her back to the passer.
Nepher her 3 straight on, no good. And Weber yields to Engler, who has the rebound for the Bison. JC into the front court. Shot clock is off. We're at 19 seconds to play here in the first half. And have they called Southern for a foul? No, they've called a foul against Southern Nazarene. It's the first on Peyton Jones, so Mo will go to the line for 2 shots.
Well, they definitely need this. Get within 7 before intermission.
shooting 16%, and have a chance to get into single digits, the deficit going to halftime. Southern hits the first foul shot, the Elk City native with her first point. She's now 9 of 11 for the free throw line, and then clangs Adams, foul line left, Beard. Good ball movement. Leon to Jones, moves left, triggers a three. It's an air ball, and it goes out of bounds with 1.6 seconds to play in the half. And sure enough, OBU is going to go down single digits into the halftime, despite shooting 4 of 24 in the first half. Southern lobs it for Stapleton, and the ball is
Stapleton. They called a foul on Stapleton.
Knocked away by Adams. Jalen then knocked it out of bounds and made contact with Georgia Adams, so they're going to call a foul. Are you kidding me? Bo Overton is saying exactly what I'm thinking. The ball was going out of bounds. How can that be a foul?
I guess he ruled that Stapleton ran into Adams. On bad passes like that, if you just throw the ball in or just throw it all the way down the court, you don't have to worry about something crazy like this happening.
You're right. Shouldn't have been a foul, but the half should have been over anyway.
Yep.
Free throw is good by Adams. Now though, walks away from Bo to the scores table. That is the end of the first half. And our first half has been brought to you by Noble McIntyre and his team of dedicated and effective personal injury attorneys at McIntyre Law. The halftime show brought to you by Hudeberg Auto Group is next on the Bison Radio Network.
Noble McIntyre of McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of combined litigation experience fighting for Oklahomans injured as a result of a semi-crash. These crashes are traumatic and in most cases cause catastrophic injuries and even death. Our most recent trial involved a fatal semi-truck crash, resulting in a $4.25 million verdict for our client. If you have been injured and want to know more about station is free.
We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Hello everybody, welcome to today's halftime promotion. I've got Emma and Emily with me. We are going to do the Chick-fil-A Tic-Tac-Toe promotion. So Emma here is going to be the O and Emily is going to be the X. They start with the basketball, they go and they score a basket however they can. They can grab their X and O and place it on our tic-tac-toe board here. They will go back and forth doing that until we get 3 in a row and we have a winner. The winner is going to take home a Chick-fil-A prize pack. All right, Emma, Emily, are y'all ready? Yep. Well, let's go to your spots, go get your basketball, and let's get set up. Get ready to go. All right, Emma, Emily, you're in your spots. You can grab your ball, go ahead. Ready, set, go. Emma, great effort. Great effort. Great effort, Emma. Good job, Emily. And that's going to be it. Emily's going home with the Chick-fil-A prize pack. Thank y'all for watching.
Let me tell you a story. A story about a woman who walks miles to carry undrinkable water to her family. Let me tell you about the water. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink after a hurricane. I'll tell you about people, millions of people, who find themselves in a strange land far, far away. And I'll tell you a story about a farmer whose family, a trafficked teenager waiting to be assaulted again tonight, and again, and again. And how once upon a time, there was a child who would go to sleep without a bedtime story because that child didn't have someone to read them a bedtime story. It wasn't just once upon a time. It was hundreds of thousands and even millions upon a time. But that's not where the story has to end. Together, as Southern Baptists, we can rewrite the story. Together, we can become an unstoppable force of hope. Together, we can respond. Together, we can meet needs across the globe. Together, we can change lives.
OBU leads in the category points on the bench, 12-2. In the opening period, OBU trailed just 12-10. In the second period, Southern Nazarene took a 17-9 advantage, and that's where we stand here at halftime at 29-19 Southern Nazarene. The Hudaburg halftime show is brought to you by the Hudaburg Auto Group. Visit hudaburg.com to browse their selection of over 1,000 new and used vehicles. This is OBU basketball on the Bison Radio. Complex on Oklahoma Baptist University in the women's game. Southern Nazarene leads the Bison 29. Nehus, she has only 2 points, but she's been straddled with 3 fouls and did not play most of the second period. She has 4 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 of 4 from the floor, and 1 steal. Cassandra Awat, 1 of 4 points. Alexis Jones, 2 of 4 from the line, 1 of 2 from Peyton Jones, a freshman, 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 7 from downtown, 7 of 9 from the line, leads all scorers with 9 points. Kennedy Gillette, very active on the board. She has 6 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe, 7 points. Rounding out the Georgia Adams, she's 2 of 2 from the line, missed both from the field to round out Southern Nazarene's 29 points. For Oklahoma Baptist, Melissa Southern has not scored but does have 2 rebounds. She did score 1 of 2 from the line. Andrea Petrarita, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 2 on the offensive end, 6 points. Carissa Price and Stapleton have not scored in this game. 0 for 4 for Stapleton, 0 for 2 from downtown. Carissa Price 0 for 3, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Khalifa Ford, 2 of 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line, 6 points, 4 rebounds, very strong inside. She has 3 offensive rebounds. Kaylee Hurst missed her only field goal attempt, but is an untouched 4 for 4 from the line for 4 points. Rounding out the scoring for OBU, Madison Chambers has 2 for 2 from the line. 2 points for the 19 points scored by Oklahoma Baptist. OBU has turned the ball over 15 times to Southern Nazarene's 12, resulting in a 14-10 advantage by Southern Nazarene in points off turnovers. OBU has 4 steals, 1 from Haley Weber, 1 from Merver Romine, Madison Chambers. Assists 5 for Southern Nazarene, 2-piece from Peyton Jones and Alexis Jones. OBU is led by Khalifa 4 with a pair. Total rebounds in the game are even at 21 each. Khalifa 4 with 3 on the offensive end, as well as Haley Weber has 3 offensive rebounds.
Bison trail it by 10 underway in the third period. Oklahoma Baptist basketball. The shot clock down to 13 now as Jalen Stapleton operates at the point. Stapleton without a point in the first half. Gets a deflected pass to Petrarita. Jalen wide open corner right. No good. Rebound to J.C. Engler. Turns, drives, baseline, and lays it in. 29-21 on a stick back by J.C. Engler. OBU back within 8 points. They trailed to start the game by 10. 10-0, then went on a 10-2 run to get the game tied at 12. Wing left is Peyton Jones. Southern Nazarene going from right to left. Wing right with it is Alexis Jones against the OBU zone. Gillette left circle. Awat, 2 dribbles. Cut off by Stapleton. Leaves it to Alexis Jones with 4 to shoot. Jones backs in, kicks it out right. Peyton Jones turns to the 3. Bounces to Gillette, pulls it away, fires an air ball. That's a shot clock violation, and that's a great way to start the second half for the Bison. They get a bucket to cut a 10-point deficit down to 8, and then they get a stop on their first possession. Southern Nazarene now shooting less than 26% tonight. OBU 19%, 5 of 26. Stapleton bounces elbow right for Southern. And then her lazy pass intercepted by Nehus. Just a bad decision there by Mo. Into the front court with it is Alexis Jones. Backs into the top of the circle. Awat handles right circle against Stapleton. They swing it left quarter. Gillette open for 3. Missed everything but Southern fouls her. So Mo turns it over on one end and then commits a terrible foul at the other. Gillette's shot was so far off it hit the top left quarter of the backboard. Southern Nazarene in the first half was 10 of 12 from the stripe, and now in 2+ meetings with Oklahoma Baptist, the Storm have been very good free throw shooting. First Gillette foul shot is up, nothing but net. Gillette is now 3 of 3. I gave you the 11 of 12 foul shooting. That was Oklahoma Baptist. Southern Nazarene was 13 of 16 in the first 2 periods. Second one, nothing but net. Gillette now has 9. And they could build the lead to 11 with a free throw here. 8.5 minutes to play, third period from the Noble Complex. Kennedy Gillette, no pressure, knocks down all 3. Little pressure in the backcourt now from Alexis Jones. Stapleton outruns her with the dribble to the front court. Jones pressure basketball. It's a 12-point lead for SNU. Southern gets a deflected pass, working middle of the floor against Southern. Back to Stapleton, 13 to shoot again. Stapleton dances right of the circle. left of a screen for Andrea. Wing left with it is Carissa Price. Right of a screen for Andrea. And a foul called against Awatt, who knocked the ball free but made contact in doing so. That's her first.
That was a hard hand check by Cassandra Awatt.
Team fouls even at 1 as we played 2 minutes exactly in the second period. The inbounds pass goes right at Niehaus, and it's knocked off of Petrarida out of bounds.
It was really knocked off Niehaus, but it was a good no call. There wasn't no foul there, but when Petrarida went off Niehaus.
Well, it's good to see even a small crowd back here into the Noble Complex tonight. Could be a special night by the evening's end. Top of the circle with the basketball is Gillette. Now kicks it out. Jones 3. Fairly great in front of the rim. And the rebound to Engler. Tracy playing pretty well in her first start of the year. Drive, scoops it up in traffic, missed it. Ball tipped around, and Niehaus standing flat-footed near the right low post has it. To Alexis Jones, cross court. Kennedy to the right side. Gillette moves left of the screen, fires the 3 and missed it. OBU standing around, and Southern Nazarene able to knock it off Engler out of was the one that was just standing and watching.
Yep, Engler was thinking, hey, this ball is off Southern Nazarene. It's going to go out of bounds. But if it's in bounds, you have to fight it and grab it.
On low, I'm Todd Miller at the Noble Complex of the OBU campus. Gillette pivots, holds it above her head, now squares up, banks the back rims the foul shot. Awatt has it, and time for the possession stays with the Storm.
I thought that was a travel. She jumped up and then went back down, and that hurts OBU there because they would have had the turnover.
Now game clock at 7:14 to play, third period. They'll inbound. Peyton Jones, right wing. Niehaus swings it left. Awatt loads up a 3, back rims it. Another rebound for Petrarida. She ripped that one down. That's her 4th. Up ahead it goes for Price to the goal. Misses the layup. She was challenged a little bit by Peyton Jones. Maybe altered her shot. Southern Nazarene runs. OBU gets back, and then a double dribble called by against SNU. And that's on Alexis Jones.
I don't know if she did either. I thought she just switched hands. But
over 43 against Southern Nazarene. This is a tough defensive matchup for the Bison. Down the paint goes Engler. Wraps it around the defender to Petrarida, and a pushing foul on the floor. Looking at Kennedy Gillette. Instead, it's on Niehaus, and that's her 4th personal foul.
Wow. Hey, this is giving a lifeline for Oklahoma Baptist. She's going to be on that bench for the rest of this quarter.
Peyton Jones will check out as well, so now's the time for OBU to make a little bit of hay. As inbounding is Carissa Price. Left wing for Southern. Down to Stapleton. Her pass deflected for Price. Loose on the floor, a tie-up. It'll stay with Oklahoma Baptist with 14 of the shot clock. Just too many passes, meaning too many hands in the.
That's right, and that's why Southern Nazarene can win games in this game is defense, because they only shot 26% at halftime.
Price lobs it in right front court. Petrarida have to be aware of the shot clock. It's under now for OBU. Jalen Stapleton right of an Andrea's screen. Attacks right, jump passes. Petrarida pulls it away, falls away, missed the jumper in the paint, but she's fouled. Tell you what we're seeing more and more of, Scott Andrea. She's just starting to feel comfortable out there and get herself offensively into the right position.
Yeah, she does that, and she's strong now. She seems like she's strong, gets stronger and stronger, strong with the basketball, held that tight in her right hand, got hit first off the dribble, and then it was even a softer hit on the shot, I thought.
Beard with her 2nd foul. That's the 3rd against Southern Nazarene. Petrarida, who had been 2 of 2 at the line, back rims the first one. Still a lead of 11 for Southern Nazarene, 32-21. It's been an ugly game here tonight. Petrarida's foul shot is up and good. And you know what? The way SNU plays defense, the way OBU struggles to score, I think both these teams are settling for where we're at.
Yep, that's exactly right. And Southern Nazarene's comfortable at a 10-point lead.
Awatt with it. Gillette, foul line left. Whips it across the floor. Alexis Jones to Awatt. Got by with a step. Puts it on the floor. Gets it back to Alexis. Sidesteps through the top of the key. Left quarter. 3 on the way is no good from Monahan. The rebound poked out of bounds into the scorer's table across the way. Last touch by a Bison.
And the Bison tipped that ball 3 times like volleyball. I think Ford, Stapleton, and then Price didn't have to swipe it with her left hand. Swiped it out of bounds. There's nobody around her. I thought she could have grabbed that one.
SNU +1 with that team rebound. 26-25 on the boards and +2 on the offensive end. And Awatt out of control runs over Stapleton, and Cassandra is called for her 2nd.
You think Awatt just put her foot down on the gas there? She was not slowing up whatsoever, knocked Stapleton down in through the baseline.
Second half of Bison basketball brought to you by Sin Relief, helping you make a difference in your community and the world around, because when help and hope combine, lives are changed. That's already 4 team fouls against the Storm with 5:50 to go here in the third. Ford is into the ball game, inbounds to Petrarita, back to Khalifa, goes right at Gillette, and a foul against Kennedy, and that's going to be her third.
Well, that was good timing on Khalifa Ford going to the rim there. She kind of got Gillette's feet tangled up, and as soon as she saw that, she just took it right to Gillette.
Khalifa Ford coming off a career afternoon here Saturday in the 2-point loss to Northwestern Oklahoma State. 25.6 rebounds and assists and 4 steals. She also added a block, and Khalifa was 11 of 17 from the floor. Ford comes into the ball game shooting 50% since coming off that second knee injury that sidelined her for the first 8 games of the year. Ford's first foul shot is up, and it's good. She's 3 of 3 at the line. That's her 7th point. This to put the deficit down to 9 with Abby Nehus over on the bench, the all-time leading shot blocker in school and conference history. And that one is good. So it's now 32-23 with 5:40 to play in the third period.
Yeah, Khalifa Ford, I think she's getting her feet under her. In the pregame, Bo Overton told us that trying to get her legs under her. It looks like I think she's got her speed under her now.
Foul line right with the basketball is Macy Beard. Kicks it left corner. Monahan out high to Adams to Beard. Top of the circle. It goes for Awatt. They bounce it back to Jones. Alexis through the paint. Leans. Can't bank it home. Awatt in the paint. Tears to the rebound. Kicks it out to Adams, who knocks down the 3.
Good job by Petrarita challenging that shot, but when she challenged that shot, nobody for the Bison went to rebound, so they kicked it out to Adams wide open.
2 of 17 are the Storm. Make it 3 of 18 to Southern Nazarene from 3-point range. They lead it now 35-24. Right front court, J.C. Engler. Left of a screen from Petrarita. Trying to turn the corner, pushed off, and they're going to call a blocking foul. And no doubt about it, J.C. Engler instigated that contact.
Yeah, and I thought that was a good acting job by Southern Nazarene there.
Timeout on the floor. 4:49 to play in the third. Back after these messages. SNU 35, Oklahoma Baptist 24 on the Bison Radio Network.
Noble McIntyre of McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of combined litigation experience fighting for Oklahomans injured as a result of a semi-crash. These crashes are traumatic and in most cases cause catastrophic injuries and even death. Our most recent trial involved a fatal semi-truck crash, resulting in a $4.25 million verdict for our client. If you have been injured and want to know more about your rights, call us. The consultation is free.
We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
Who do we look to shape our world? It'll be people who know how to think with their heads and their hearts. People who understand that faith is not the enemy of education, but its partner. More than book smart, more than business smart. They are wise in their whole being.
We are future shapers.
Learn to live well and lead well in God's world. Be a future shaper at OBU.
OBU basketball this season of the Bison Radio Network, brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust Company, SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital, Shawnee, P&K Equipment, Tinker Federal Credit Union, and ShopOBUBison.com. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, John Zonlow with you from the Noble Complex at Shawnee. 4:49 to play. Third period, SNU 35, Oklahoma Baptist 24. So J.C. Engler, after the third foul against Massey Beard, goes to the line, and she will shoot a pair. This again would cut it down to 9 points. Engler at the stripe for just the 5th and 6th time this year, and she misses the first one off the heel of the rim. OBU again averages almost 19 free throw attempts per ball game. This is their 18th coming up, and she missed them both. Ford tips the rebound, but Georgia Adams has it. More missed opportunities at the stripe for a Bison team that shoots under 77%. 35-24 with trip 4s to play here in the third period. Awatt right side, Alexis Jones. Foul line right, Beard takes the dribble, whips it to the corner to Adams. OBU very aggressive in that zone. Adams drives baseline, cut off by Petrarita, feeds it to Beard, cutting to the paint, she lays it in.
Good
Massey Beard with her first bucket.
Yeah, good drive up the right baseline, pulled the defense to her. Nice pass off.
37-24 with 4:11 to play here in the third period. Left side with it is River Romine out for the first time in the second half. The Ford diving left, layup good, and she takes the contact. And that will be on Beard, and that's going to be her fourth personal foul.
You know, OBU's got to find offense somewhere, and it's attitudes like that by Khalifa Ford, just putting the ball on the floor and going hard to the rim, doesn't care, relentless left hand, nice soft touch.
You know, if you notice out there, Khalifa wears that brace on the right knee, but not the left knee. Ford's first foul shot is in and out. So she's unable to cap the three-point play, and the deficit is 11, 37-26. Exactly 4 minutes to play in the third. Men's game coming up. OBU can win the Western Division with a victory tonight against the Crimson Storm, the three-time defending league champions. OBU almost got a steal out high from Ford. Awatt goes left, gets out of the wing to Adams, down low to Beard, back out high to Awatt. Weaves her way to the top of the circle, pitches right corner. Monahan spins, goes back to Alexis Jones, down low to Macy. Bounces it right corner, Monahan's three, no. Adams, as the shot clock expired, grabs the rebound and then throws it away. And Trent May is not happy because that shot clock buzzer expired, kind of slowed the offense to a halt.
Yep, and then threw it right to a Bison.
And a foul down low called against Awatt. That's going to be her third personal. And already over the 5-foul limit, we'll see Khalifa Ford to the line for two.
Yeah, that does seem to happen quite a bit, especially here in the Noble complex. Even though the ball hits the rim and then 2 seconds go off, shot clock doesn't reset, it just sounds off.
3:24 to play in the third. Southern Nazarene 37, Oklahoma Baptist 26. It was a 2-point lead for SNU at the end of one, despite the fact they led 10-0 with over 6 minutes gone in the first 10-minute stanza. OBU closed on a 10-2 run and then trailed by 10 at halftime, 29-19.
And as you mentioned, it slowed down play. When a player hears a horn go off, they think play is stopping. So you do hesitate and stop, and it went to the advantage of OBU there.
Ford swishes down the first free throw. I can tell you the same thing when you're in the cadence of a call. I mean, you kind of just like stop to see if they're going to blow the play dead or not. Khalifa Ford looking for a 12-point, and she misses the free throw. So Ford has missed 2 of her last 3 at the line after making 4 straight.
And that could have cut it to single digits again.
37-27. Adams gets a cross-court pass, gets 2 defenders in the air, and then lays it in.
Adams has good hustle defense all over the court for OBU. She did good. She just hesitated on 1 foot, let the defense go by, and laid it off the glass.
3 minutes to go, third period, 39-27 SNU. They go over the top to Petra Ryder, bangs her way in, had the shot block, or the rim blocker shot, and Gillette has the rebound. Andrea just didn't know where she was at.
I guess that's called a rim rejection.
That's exactly right. That'd be a team block shot. Adams right wing, foul line right to Beard, bounces it to Jones. Alexis to Monahan, drives left, pulls up into the paint. They work it to Adams right corner with 6 to shoot. Beard bounces it back to Adams, broken up by Ford, off of Adams, out of bounds.
Yeah, that's the same play earlier. Southern Nazarene tried that baseline with Adams driving the baseline. That time Ford didn't go for it. She was trailing Adams and hit that ball with her right hand and went off Adams out of bounds.
33rd turnover of the night, 17 against OBU, 16 committed by SNU. Either way you slice it, either one of those totals are more than the combined field goals made in this ballgame, and we're under 2.5 minutes to play in the third. River Robine gets it to a cutting Ford. They're going to call her for steps.
I do like the aggressiveness that Ford went with that cut, but you know, Romine being the point guard shouldn't have led her so much into that defense.
39-27 with 2:14 to play in the third period. Men and Charisma Storm coming up in the second ball game. Again, OBU can win the West with a victory tonight or 1 win in their final 3 games. Foul line left. Beard whips it right side. Driving Monahan. Cut off by Ford. Out high Beard. Top of the circle Gillette. Penetrates foul line left. Goes to Adams. Slides left. Pulls up on the baseline and got it.
Nice footwork by Georgia Adams. A little ball fake, then dribbles down towards the left baseline, pull-up jumper.
9 points for Adams, and Southern Nazarene now was pulled out to their biggest lead of the night of 14. Ford rips a pass away out high, gets it to River Romine for 3, misses short left side. Rebound tipped right to Engler, takes a dribble, hands it off to Ford. Her point-blank jumper, in and out. Probably should have used the glass.
And she could have just dribbled in for a layup off the glass like you mentioned, and there's no Abby Nehus to block the shot in there.
Beard gets a feed for the right wing and Alexis Jones, and she's hammered and will go to the line at the other end. This one's starting to slip away now from Oklahoma Baptist with 1:24 to play. And it's happening with Peyton Jones and Abby Nehus over on the bench.
Yeah, River Romine had a wide open, uncontested three from the left wing, bottled out. Then Khalifa Ford, like you said, could have just had a wide open layup. If you don't score on those opportunities, like you said, this ball game's getting away.
OBU basketball brought to you by ShopOBUBison.com. They are your home for the very best and officially licensed Bison apparel from brands like Adidas, Callaway Golf, Columbia, and Under Armour. Visit ShopOBUBison.com today and take advantage of fast shipping and industry-leading customer service. ShopOBUBison.com, the official online store of OBU Athletics. Price is out. Engler is out. Hurst comes in. Also in Jenny Beebe and Madison Chambers. Petra Wright will be the other one that's substituted out. First and only free throw by Beard. Actually, she was fouled in the act, so she'll get two, and she makes the first. Tell you, I'm having trouble staying focused. Are you?
Well, I mentioned at halftime, I said that cold spell that we had outside has moved inside the Noble complex.
Beard misses the second. Gillette runs down the rebound. Kennedy loads up for three, rolls it off for the right circle. Beebe with authority with a rebound. Outlets to River Romine through the top of the circle. Pitches left quarter for Kaylee Hurst. Back to River on the left wing. 1:06 to play here in the third period. Southern Nazarene has opened up a 15-point lead. Their biggest of the night, 42-27. Top of the key, Jenny Beebe. Beebe looks down low, leaves it for Romine. Sidesteps through the top of the circle and throws it away. Pass was deflected. Gillette intercepted it, lobs it to midcourt for Monahan, who will slow it down to Alexis Jones. She spins left of the paint, it's doubled, bounces it out, ball deflected, still on the floor, picked up by OBU. And now they're going to call a double dribble on Madison Chambers.
Didn't she just dribble it with her left hand? Okay.
40 seconds to play here in the third. It's 42-27. Alexis Jones gets the ball inbound. Out high, Adams, left of Alexis Jones' screen. Now Jones pops out right circle, slide steps to the wing in front of Trent May, who's done a great job at Bethany in 3 years at his alma mater. Wing left, Georgia Adams. On the baseline, Beard. Wheels through the paint, throws it up, missed it with one of the shot clock. Beebe, as the shot clock expires, rips it down and then gets it to River Romine.
And once again, the shot clock horn goes off a second or two after the shot hits the rim, and even OBU kind of slowed up a little bit.
7 seconds to play in the period. They get it down low to Ford, who's trapped, goes up at a triple team, missed it. Gillette with a rebound goes hard to the floor. And Jenny Beebe, I think, got her money's worth on that foul.
Well, I'd say that's a good description there. Oh, Beebe, just that body hit the floor. You heard that thud way up here at the top.
Third foul against Beebe, the freshman from Kingfisher. The third against OBU, 3.8 seconds to go in the period. Alexis Jones will let the ball roll inbound to the head of the Bison on the center circle loco. Now it rolls into the front court. Get out there and pressure her. Jones picks it up to Gillette, fires a long three, no. And that's the end of the period. My goodness, they let the ball roll almost 2/3 of the floor with 3.3 seconds to go, and they got a good look.
And they did get a good look because of that. There was no time going off the clock until Alexis Jones picked that ball up, as you say, about 2/3 of the way.
42-27 with 10 minutes to go. Southern Nazarene looking for 7 in a row. Will they get it? We'll be back to find out in a moment. Second half brought to you by Sin Relief for the Bison.
What makes a chicken sandwich spicy? Fiery sauces? Crazy hot toppings? Nope. It's all in the marinade. The heat and the flavor must come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich.
Attorney Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. Recently, the FDA requested manufacturers withdraw ranitidine drugs commonly known as Zantac. Zantac has been found to potentially cause cancer in the bladder, colon, throat, nasal cavity, kidneys, liver, lungs, pancreas, prostate, stomach, and testicular cancer. If you have taken Zantac, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call us at 405-917-5200 or visit us online at McIntyreLaw.com. Download our new app today.
Do anything not to have to talk. I want Scott to talk. Oklahoma Baptist basketball to start the fourth period. 15-point SNU lead. Let's step aside for stations to identify themselves on the Bison Radio Network. As usual, I was wrong. It was Southern Nazarene basketball, and Monahan's three hit the back of the rim of the bound out of play over the backboard. So OBU gets it back amidst full court pressure. Ford lobs it to Beebe in the backcourt. One dribble, and she hands it off to River Romine. Romine guarded by Alexis Jones. Still no Abby Nehus out there with 4 fouls to start the fourth period, although her team leads comfortably by 15. Beebe over the top, gets it to Ford. Pump fakes, goes up, missed it. And a foul on Gillette. That's going to be Kennedy's fourth.
Gillette was just standing there with her hands straight up saying, look, what did I do?
I would like to go down and ask the guys in the striped shirts after this game's over. Apparently you've watched a different game. Was yours more interesting than what I watched?
Well, but I bet you it's cold down there too.
Oh, I'm sure it's really drafty. Ford hits the first of the 2 shots, and that reduces the advantage down to 14. Some way, somehow, despite shooting 18%, the Bison are down just 12 points. It's 42-29. That's 13, actually. 9:15 to play here in the ball game. Alexis Jones, left side, Monahan. Kennedy Gillette, Southern Nazarene not much better, 26% shooting tonight. 3 of 21 from 3. Wing left, Monahan takes a dribble, top of the circle, Gillette. Attacks left, cut off, pivots, goes to Monahan for 3. That one is long. Ford runs to the rebound, and OBU wants to run. Southern Nazarene gets back. Romine then loses the handle, runs it down right side. Back to Khalifa Ford. We played 70 seconds already in the fourth period. Ford is pinched off at the foul line. Cross courts it, driving baseline Chambers. Layup was good.
Chambers with the head fake, dribbling from the left angle all the way to the rim.
42-31 as we played a minute and a half here of the fourth period. So OBU making a little bit of a run. Out front is Alexis Jones. Nehus about to check back in now. Jones veers right, goes to Gillette. Gillette pointing for Beard, gets it to her at the high post. She spins right and lays it in.
As soon as Beard got that ball, the backside post player needs to come and trap her so she can't just dribble to the rim like that.
44-31 the score with 8:15 to play. And Jones at the other end thought she had an interception, but she has the foul. That's the second against SNU in the period and the third against Jones. I'm telling you, this isn't a real deep team. It has some serious foul problems with 4 players with 4 fouls in the ball game. Beard is out, Nehus comes in. Romine will go to the bench. Stapleton returns for the Bison.
And you know what Southern Nazarene is also doing? If you notice on the last 4 or 5 trips up the floor, Southern Nazarene is daring Oklahoma Baptist shoot a 3-point shot, and nobody's been taking it.
Madison Chambers will inbound. The Bison are 0 of 8 from 3 tonight. Not many opportunities that they've triggered from beyond the arc. Madison Chambers to Ford, pulls it down, pivots, gets it to Beebe at the high post. Down the paint she goes, throws it up left-handed, missed it. Rebound poked out, Stapleton has it. Now she whips her way into the paint, pulls up elbow right, misses short of the jump shot. Tipped the rebound, and Georgia Adams has it for the Crimson Storm. To Alexis Jones, up ahead to Monahan. Good pump fake. Got the defender of the year, missed it once, missed it twice. Jones, though, cleans it up and goes back up and in, and she's fouled.
Yeah, Kaylee Hurst blocked that shot, the initial shot, but Jones just kept going up and up with it. Nobody else was fighting for that ball.
OBU basketball brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union and by P&K Equipment. Stop by any of P&K's 18 locations and see why around here John Deere starts with P&K. Also brought to you by the banking team you can count on, the First National Bank and Trust Company. Talk to us first. Thursday night from the Kerr Center in Ada. We'll join you 5:15 for the pregame show. First free throw and only free throw by Jones is good. Alexis now has 8 points. She had totaled just 14 combined in the prior 2 meetings. Both wins by SNU over OBU. 7.5 to play. It's now 47-31. 16-point lead, the biggest for the Storm. Hurst cross courts it right to left wing side for Stapleton. Jalen with the basketball. Now starts to dribble. Calls for some help, gets a screen from Ford, dribbles top of the key, now drives it against Alexis Jones, goes up. Nehus blocked the shot, the ball juggled. Ford kept it alive, gets it, goes up and in, and she's fouled. Right as the shot clock went off again.
You know, Stapleton did a good job messing with Alexis Jones, going off the dribble, backing out, then going hard, and got by Jones for the layup. But who came across the lane? Abby Nehus for the block, and then Ford picks it up.
Jones officially now with her third. I had her with 3. So Khalifa will go to the free throw line, and Ford has another good game going, 15-6, along with 3 assists. She's played 21 minutes tonight. and the free throw is no good. Nehus with the rebound. Ford has made 7 of 10 at the free throw line, so she's 10 off what she put out on Saturday, a career-high 25 here in a 2-point loss to Northwestern. 7:02 to play in the final period. Monahan to Alexis Jones to Gillette. Catches, finds herself wide open, and buries the free throw line jumper.
Yeah, both the guards for OBU at the top of the 2-3 just spread and let a wide open gap there at the free throw line.
Hurst tries to get it back and does, nailing a wing right jump shot. Kaylee Hurst with her first field goal to go along with 4 free throws. She's got 7.
And that's the first three-pointer by OBU in the game.
Kaylee played a career-high 30 minutes here on Saturday. 59-36 with 6.5 to play. Jump shot down low, won't go. Ford straddling Nehus. Able to get the ball out to Hurst. To Stapleton. Jalen pulls up underneath the foul line. Back rims the jump shot. Rebound is tipped, and a foul on the floor against Southern Nazarene. That's already the 4th against the Crimson Storm here in the 4th period.
6:23 to go. OBU down 13. They're going to have to hit some of these open shots. That starts with Kaylee Hurst, but then a wide open shot on the other side at the free throw line for Gillette.
Nehus is fouled out of the ball game with 2 points. Her final line, 2 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. She officially did not get credit for a block, so this is the first game this year she's not had at least 1 block shot. They lob it to Ford, out from Price, going right, and she lays it in.
And that play would have never worked if Abby Nehus was still out there on defense.
Good point. 49-38, lead is 11 with 6:14 to play. Wing right, Georgia Adams, top of the key, Awat, swings it left, Alexis Jones to Gillette. Gillette to a cutting at Georgia Adams. It's off of her hands, and she regathers left wing. Down low, Awat to Gillette, lays it up, missed that one, rebound to Kaylee Hurst.
Good job by Hurst being strong, getting that basketball.
Bison can get it to single digits. Carissa Price on a cross-court, half-court pass. Works left wing and then just throws it away. Threw it right to Gillette, looking for Petrarida, who was pinned underneath. Awat fumbles it, saves it in bounds, left side. They work it around the perimeter. Gillette with it. Back to Alexis Jones. Foul line right. Awat goes to the glass and is fouled by Petrarida, who has her first. OBU just can't stand prosperity tonight. By that I mean they just can't get it down to single digits.
Yeah, Carissa Price a little bit late. She's usually in triple threat position where she could either pass, dribble, or shoot, but she was a little bit late. Could have had a three-pointer from the left. Then she was waiting for Petrarida, then badly underthrew that pass.
Southern comes in to replace Ford. J.C. Engler is coming to the ball game as well. And the free throw is up and good by Awat. A lot of people ask me about the way Khalifa Ford is being handled right now. I can tell you what it is, and Bo said it publicly to us and others. He is just trying to not put too much on her in those knees right now. Yeah, she could probably play 30 minutes, but he said, hey, we've got bigger fish to fry on down the road, and she has a chance to have a really good career here in Shawnee.
Yeah, that's a good point because the sky's the limit for Khalifa Ford. You keep her healthy.
Both free throws were good. Engler throws it away. Alexis Jones with the interception, dances foul line right. Backs in against Stapleton, out high to Monahan to Gillette. Swings it left. Adams was open but fumbled it. Georgia drives, jump passes a cross-court pass to Monahan. 15 to shoot. At the high post, Awat. Cross-courts it to Gillette, bounces it for Cassandra. Ripped it away from 2 defenders. It's knocked down on the floor. A tie-up. And OBU will get the basketball, and that was because of the hustle of J.C. Engler after the ball had initially been poked free.
Yeah, good active defense by OBU. Carissa Price started that sequence with her right hand, getting that ball against Awat. It rolled back out outside the arc, and then a diving J.C. Engler to tie it up.
Time out on the floor, 4:55 to play. We will step aside for local messages at Southern Nazarene 41, Oklahoma Baptist 38 of the Bison Network.
Yes, Whataburger's honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich. It's just so, it's almost too hard to put into words. Good thing there's the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Crimson Storm lead, and they have full court pressure. Southern better hurry, gets it inbounds to Engler. And Adams was all over J.C. right in front of Bo Overton, who has his hand stretched upward, saying, hey, where's the foul on the contact? Engler with it right side, lobs it to Petrarita, takes a dribble, goes up, and it was stripped. And a tie-up as Alexis Jones made the defensive play, and that is turnover number 23 for the Bison.
Nice passing catch from Engler to Petrarita, but what did Petrarita do? A little too slow, put the ball on the floor, causing the tie-up.
Folks, stay up to date with OBU Athletics on Facebook at Oklahoma Baptist University Athletics, on Twitter and Instagram at OBU_athletics. 4.5 to play. Southern Nazarene enjoys a 13-point lead, 51-48. OBU shooting 24% tonight. Bounce pass to Jones, right low post. Turns, goes up left-handed, back-rimmed it. Engler pulls down the rebound. J.C. making her first start of the year with her 5th rebound. Engler through the paint, kicks it right wing. Carissa Price holds it above her head, feeds it right low post for Southern. Backing down, cross courts it. Quarter 3 on the way by Engler, no good. Rebound tipped to the floor by Price, and Petrarita goes hard to the floor. She is shaken up as Southern Nazarene plays on 5-on-4. Gillette lobbed it down low. Engler with the interception. And Trent May can't be happy about that at all, as his team had the numbers, with Petrarita still setting up on the floor between the foul line and the restricted circle area near the Bison basket. And this is a good sign as Bo Overton comes out. She's able to get up on her own feet and walk off on her own accord to the bench.
Yeah, that was actually OBU stopped Southern Nazarene with that interception as 5-on-4 for SNU coming back the other way. OBU had a big run at it, but had to stop it because Petrarita's lying in the lane.
19th turnover forced tonight by Oklahoma Baptist. It will be Jenny Beebe that comes in to replace Petrarita. Full court pressure, they'll inbound. Southern to Stapleton. Approaching 3.5 minutes to play. It's 51-38 SNU. Stapleton right of a Southern screen, goes down the paint, lobs it. It was soft, and it was tipped and stolen. Watt with the interception and then throws it out of bounds. I don't think Southern Nazarene can play much worse tonight.
And they're up by 13. It's like, how many times have you seen OBU make these really ultra soft passes that you cannot do against one of the most active defenses in the league?
The problem is, and has been all season long, Scott, that this team is not good enough offensively to take advantage of prolonged droughts by the opposition. Stapleton steps into a 3, misses it short left wing. And Watt runs down the rebound, and a loose ball foul called against Jalen.
I think they call it on Watt.
Trent May thought the same thing I did, because Trent May is up now standing, pleading with the official. He had his hands on his head. And Watt now has picked up her 4th personal.
Stapleton was just being over-aggressive, trying to cut Watt off and cut off in front of her, and then had the collision that should have been a block on Stapleton.
It's already the 5th foul of the period against the Crimson Storm, so Jalen will go to the free throw line. Stapleton is at the line for the first time, and she's looking for her first point of the evening. She is a real barometer as to any hope of a victory for OBU this year. First foul shot is good. We gave you the statistic that when Stapleton is involved, the better the Bison are this season. They're 3-0 when Jalen scores in double figures, has at least 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Second foul shot in and out and almost back in off the glass. Gillette has the rebound. Jalen tonight has just 1 point, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. 3:05 to play in the ball game. It's 51-39. Right corner, Adams. Side steps to the wing. Alexis Jones within the quarter, backs her way into the paint. Now to Gillette on a kick out. The 3 spins out. Stapleton had the rebound, lost it. They're going to call a loose ball foul against SNU. And that is on Watt, and that's going to be her 5th foul.
Trent May does not like that one either.
That's the fourth, not the fifth on Awatt. We've not seen Peyton Jones here in the second half. River Romine will spell Jenny Beebe in the lineup, so Bo right now going with a very small lineup for the Bison.
You know, it's really rare. Peyton Jones is the top outside shooter for Southern Nazarene. She was 0 of 7 from three-point land, 1 of 8 overall from the field.
First foul shot is no good, so Jalen will get one more. Stapleton, a good foul shooter, is now 1 of 3 from the line. Second one is up, and she missed them both, for crying out loud. Bison have left the door open to the foul line. Jalen, 1 of 4, Oklahoma Baptist, 18 of 28. They shot 60% for the third time in the last 5 games. Saturday afternoon here to Northwestern. They're at 64% tonight. 2:35 to play, and Gillette can't handle an entry pass at the high post. Trent May is just incredulous on the sideline with how sloppy his team has played. Down the paint, Southern, and it's raked into her hands by Gillette, who will get the block. Southern Nazarene now has their 4th block of the night. They come in averaging almost 5.5 per game, led by Abby Nehue, so that leads the conference.
Kennedy Gillette has been doing a great job defensively in this game. Very rough inside, getting blocked shots or tipping the balls, getting defensive touches at least all the time.
Jones to Awatt with 10 to shoot, dribbles, pulls up foul line left and got it. Awatt has her 8th point. It's 53-39 with under 2 minutes to play. Price attacks right all the way to the goal, lays it up, missed it, and that'll finish Awatt's night. And she will foul out with those 8 points, and she knows it already, headed for the bench.
Yeah, she's still like in wonder about how that foul wasn't on Stapleton and it was on her.
So Trent May using a lot of his 60 seconds to decide to put Peyton Jones back into the ball game with 1:51 to play. So it'll be CP to the line. She has not scored tonight. Carissa came in to the ball game with 641 career points as a member of the women's program here on Bison Hill. First one is good. CP is a 75% foul shooter in her career. Slightly under that, 72% in her final year here at Oklahoma Baptist. Second one is up, and that one rattles home. So CP reduces the advantage. It's 53-41, and the Bison will spend a timeout as we will keep it right here. 1:51 to play. 53-41, Southern Nazarene.
So Peyton Jones coming back into the game. 7 of her 9 points are from the free throw line.
Been a lot of free throws. The two teams have combined to make 40 from the foul line in 54 attempts. The two teams have a combined 15 field goals, and neither team has made more field goals than either team, take your choice, has turnovers. So 24 for OBU, 21 for SNU.
So that would equal sloppy play.
Oh, it's been something, hasn't it?
Ugly.
21-15, points off turnovers for the Crimson Storm. Second chance points, 11 apiece. Much better job for OBU on the glass. 43-38, they're being out-rebounded tonight, and only -2 of the offensive window, 16-14.
And the thing is, both of these teams are capable of so much better, especially at this point in the season. You get all these games under your belt, you think you'd be peaking about this time.
It's been a tough season. It's been a tough season for Southern Nazarene. They missed their first 3 games because of COVID and COVID protocol. I think that's why you're seeing them finally play their best basketball of the year, headed for their 7th straight win. It has been tough from an OBU standpoint just because of the pandemic, and there's not a lot of success on the floor. They bounce it inbounds to Peyton Jones. She dribbles away from Engler, who hustles back and cuts her off. Jones now pulls it back out front to Emily Monahan with 1:40 to play. Foul line right is Monahan to Jones to Peyton Jones. Left corner, Adams for 3, got it. Georgia Adams with her second 3 tonight. Adams is now 2 of 5 from three-point range. Engler gets a half-court pass and immediately turns it into a bucket.
Yeah, but that's just going to be too late. Only 1:20 left.
Here comes the full court pressure. Adams comes back, gets it to Alexis Jones, who bounces it right front court for Peyton Jones. 70 seconds to play. 56-43 Southern Nazarene. OBU will fall to 1-8 in this building this year. Southern Nazarene will head back to Bethany with 7 straight wins. That'll be tested on Thursday night. Adams, a 3 right wing, has it rolled off. They'll travel to Southwestern. Southern was wide open to the other end and then loses the ball off of her hands out of bounds.
You know, Price threw that a little bit hard, but with nobody there, Southern has got to square up and just grab that, be a good receiver, and pull that down.
56-43. Southern Nazarene wants to talk about it with 50 seconds to play. SNU is in a really tough stretch of games right now. This is the third of a stretch of 4 of 5 away from the Sawyer Center. They had a technical home game that was moved to Oklahoma Christian last Thursday night against Northwestern. They were able to hold off a good second half for the Lady Rangers to win that ball game as part of a current 6-game win streak. After this one, Trent May's club will be 4-3 away from Bethany. They will have won 3 straight. And they will be 4-1 of the last 5 true road games. And it all will be tested severely Thursday night at nationally ranked Southwestern. SNU finishes up at home Saturday afternoon against Southeastern. OBU will go to East Central Thursday night and close here at home Saturday against Southwestern. Monahan with it between the circles and a foul called against River Romine. That's her first, and that's the third against Oklahoma Baptist. So they have a couple more fouls to give before the Storm can even think about shooting free throws.
Yeah, there's no need to foul being down 13 with 45 seconds left.
Gillette will inbound to Adams, bounces it out high to Jones. Alexis to Gillette, back to Jones, middle of the floor to Monahan. 15 to shoot, 35 seconds to play in the ballgame. I don't think OBU is going to foul. I think they're just going to play defense. Jones, right corner to Peyton Jones. Drives baseline, cross courts at Monahan. To Adams, left corner 3, spins off, Romine with a rebound. Shot clock is off, 17 seconds to play. Southern Nazarene leads it by a dozen. Stapleton on a cross-court pass, goes to the goal and lays it in. With 15 seconds to play, that's the first basket of the night for Jalen, the senior from Meade, Kansas. And Bo Overton calls a timeout.
That was the explosion you see from Jalen Stapleton. She catches the ball way outside the three-point line, puts it down on the left side, left-handed hard, little pump fake with the jump stop off the glass.
56-45 in the final closing seconds of this one here for the Noble Complex. You know, Scott, this is not being homers. This is not just making things up to have something to say or to be nice. We've seen at times tonight, certainly not as much tonight as we have at other times, flashes to this team can win games and be competitive. But the problem is they struggle so much to put the ball in the basket. You have to be at the mercy of the opponent that they have an off shooting night, and then you've got to make baskets. Well, part of that equation happened tonight. Southern Nazarene 29% field goal shooting and 15% from 3, but OBU not able offensively to take advantage at 26% as SNU's called a 30-second timeout.
And not only at this juncture in the ball game, but at the beginning, as you were talking about earlier, SNU starting out cold, OBU does nothing about it. It was the first 7 minutes in the game that OBU has not scored, did not score in the ball game.
Yeah, and then went on a 10-2 run after they were shut out for probably over, well, not almost 7 minutes, not quite. They went on a 10-2 run to get the game tied at 12. It was 14-12 after the first possession of the second period. Then Southern Nazarene kind of slowly pulled away. They'll inbound, and Alexis Jones is fouled by Romine out high with 10 seconds to play.
Why did he call that foul? Just let the clock kind of bleed out. That's all Southern Nazarene was doing.
56-45. Gillette, a side in, gets it to Alexis Jones. Jones dribbles through a double team. Out high now for Monahan. And Southern Nazarene will not shoot again. Final score tonight from Shawnee. Southern Nazarene 56, Oklahoma Baptist 45. The postgame show is coming up next on the Bison Radio Network.
The OBU Athletic Department would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of Bison basketball. Bank First, Billy Boy Barbecue, Boomerang Diners, Chick-fil-A Shawnee, the Citizen Potawatomi Nation, the Dennis Morris State Farm Insurance Agency, Eric's Pharmacy, First National Bank and Trust, First United Bank, Hampton Inn Shawnee, Hudeberg Auto Group, Emmanuel Baptist Church, Lowe's, McIntyre Law, Send Relief, the OBU Graduate College, P&K Equipment, Pinecliff Printers, Qdoba, Rob's Smokehouse, Shawnee Mills, Shawnee Pit Stop, Sherwin-Williams, South Central Industries, SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital Shawnee, TAC Designs, Tinker Federal Credit Union, The Lunchbox, the UPS Store, Village Tours and Travel, Vision Bank, Walls, and Whataburger.
Southern Nazarene bests Oklahoma Baptist 56-45. And Scott, I don't know what you say about this that we haven't already said. A really tough night for both teams offensively to put the ball consistently, at least in the hoop.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that OBU just has a tough time scoring and putting teams away. But when you're playing against a defense like an Abby Nehus and then Kennedy Gillette, she had 4 block shots herself to go alongside that big post inside and the long reach. It just makes it so much tougher on an offense like OBU's got.
Southern Nazarene shoots just a tick under 29%, 16 of 56 from three-point range. They were 4 of 27. For the game, Oklahoma Baptist 12 of 46, 26% from three-point range. They were 1 of 11. The two teams combined for 54 free throws attempted. SNU was 20 of 24. Oklahoma Baptist was 20 of 30. Rebounds, SNU plus 3, 43-40, but they came in among the best in the conference in rebounding margin at nearly 7 boards better per game. OBU turned it over 25 times. They forced 21 for the Crimson Storm. Points up, turnovers 21-15 SNU. Assists tonight for the Storm, 10 on 16 made baskets, 7 on 12 field goals tonight for Oklahoma Baptist. 9 steals for OBU, 12 for Southern Nazarene. 5 blocks in the ball game, 4 of those credited to Oklahoma or to Southern Nazarene. Kennedy Gillette had all 4, and the only block tonight was Andrea Petrarita for Oklahoma Baptist. Points in the paint, 22-18 OBU. That was because Nehus was really not much of a factor with foul problems all evening long. Second chance points, dead even at 11. Fast break points 7-4. Bench scoring 28-17 in favor of Oklahoma Baptist. Final score tonight, 56-45. We'll be back with the individual numbers, perhaps a visit with Bo Overton. We'll also give you a check of the Great American Conference scoreboard as our postgame show continues. The second half has been brought to you by Send Relief, helping you make a difference in your community and the world around, because when help and hope combine, lives are changed. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the 7 of 10 for the free throw line, and she played 22.5 minutes of the ball game. The rest of the scoring, no particular order. Melissa Southern had 1.2 rebounds. She had a steal. 7 points, 4 rebounds from Andrea Petrarita. She had the only block shot today for Oklahoma Baptist. 4 points, 5 rebounds for J.C. Engler. 3 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Jalen Stapleton. 2 points from Carissa Price, a rebound and assist. 7 points for Kaylee Hurst, 3 rebounds. 4 points, no rebounds for Madison Chambers. No points, 3 boards, River Romine, who had an assist and a steal. And 3 rebounds from Haley Weber, who played just under 4 minutes of the ball game. Individually tonight, Southern Nazarene, as they win their 7th in a row, led by the double-double of Kennedy Gillette, 12 points, 10 rebounds. She had 4 block shots and 4 steals in the ball game. So Gillette, who played 34.5 minutes, really more than made up for the absence of Abby Newhughes tonight. Georgia Adams off of the bench finished with 12 points and 7 rebounds. 2 points from Abby Nehughes, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. No blocks in a game for the first time this year. 8 points for Watt to go along with 6 rebounds. She turned it over 6 times, had 1 assist and 1 steal. 8 points, 2 rebounds from Alexis Jones, 4 assists, 3 steals for Alexis Jones. Peyton Jones was just 1 of 8 shooting tonight, finished with 9 points, 2 rebounds, but was 7 of 9 from the stripe. She also had 3 assists in the ball game. And then 5 points from Massey Beard to go along with 1 rebound and 1 steal. Those are the individual numbers of this one. 56-45 is the final score. OBU in the assist department was led by Khalifa Ford, who had 3. Ford was also the leading rebounder with 6. And the leading rebounder with 10 again, Kennedy Gillette. Gillette also led him in steals and blocks with 4 in each column. Final score tonight for the Noble Complex, 56-45. Southern Nazarene with the victory now has won 7 in a row. They have won 4 of their last 5. They are 9-5 of the season. Oklahoma Baptist drops to 1-8 at home, 3-15 overall, and 2-14 in the conference. Here's the other finals tonight from Great American Conference women's play. Southwestern holds on to win at Northwestern tonight, 88-82. Southeastern 78, East Central 64. The Lady Tigers continue to slump. It was Arkansas Tech 91, Harding 85. Ouachita continuing to play well. 69-66 winners over a red-hot Henderson State team. And Southern Arkansas obliterates Arkansas Monticello tonight, 93-51. Here again, the final score, Southern Nazarene meets Oklahoma Baptist 56-45. We will have more of the post-game show after these local messages on the Bison Radio Network.